Hey everybody, it's Matt coming to you again from Spur, Texas. You're watching Broke Rednecks. Now what we're going to talk about today is something a little different. Now you've heard me mention shotguns for self-defense in videos before. We're going to do a little demonstration with it. And as you all know, I recommend that new shooters, especially if it's just for home defense, get a shotgun. It serves a lot of purposes. Home defense does not have to be about people. It can be about animals, snakes, stray dogs, feral hogs, whatever. And with a shotgun, you have a variety of ammos. You can use bird shot, which will run off a dog or something at a distance, keep them out of your eyes, not hurt them. You can also use buckshot or a slug, which will take down anything in North America. Also a shotgun for a new shooter, because when the ammunition comes out, it's a multiple pellets, it comes out in a spread. And so it allows a certain threshold for error. If you're a little nervous, you don't have to be dead on with it. You're still going to hit what you're aiming at. If you're a newer shooter, well, you kind of want that. You'd be nervous first time you have it. Also, I love shotguns because it is a great deterrent. One, the obvious, and this is a 20 gauge shotgun. This is what Travis used to bird hunt. I got it because it was a pump. But anyway, if somebody's in another room breaking into your house and doesn't need to be there, they know what that sound is. There's something about racking that chamber that makes people want to go out of your house. That's a great deterrent. It's also big. A lot of people will get small subcompact handguns. They don't necessarily really scare anybody. If you aim down on somebody with this, they're scared. Trust me. You can ask them later, but they're scared. Now, I also wanted to point out for new shooters that a shotgun shell, what we're going to use today is Federal 7.5 shot. That's for birds. That's what guys use to hunt dove or quail, little birds. I use that because at a distance, it's firing itty bitty BBs, a bunch of itty little bitty BBs. And at a distance, it's not going to hurt a whole lot. Downrange, we have 2 jugs of water. And what we're going to do is shoot both of them. One of them, I'm going to shoot from right back here because we're about 30 yards, 25, 30 yards away. So, first things first, as always, eye protection and hearing protection. I'm gonna put the gun down, put my hearing protection on. Anytime you're going shooting, remember, always have eyes and ear protection. But I'm gonna chamber 1 round. And to show you there's no outtakes, we only had 2 rounds with us. So, Travis, if you'd get an aim on that first bottle, the one on the right. All right. Now, ejected that round. We're going to do a little walk and talk as we go down there. For those of y'all who aren't familiar with shotguns, the bird shot doesn't have a lot of velocity at any range. It loses its speed very quickly. Which is why, even though I hit that jug of water and we saw the dust pop up, we're going to take a closer look at it. It didn't tear it up. Now, as evidence, you can see water leaking out of it. At that distance, which was about 90 feet, it did hit it. Hit it fairly solid, but it didn't come out the back end, maybe 1 or 2. Not a lot of velocity there. It's leaking out the front, not the back. And so if you shoot through a wall, those pellets are going to lose velocity real quick. Now, just to show you what it could do in the distance of a room, I'm going to pace off about 12 feet. So from here, 1, 2, 3, and change. I'm doing that because that's roughly the distance from one side of my bedroom to the other. And we're going to show what would happen to a burglar if they decide to come into your room after you chamber a round. Travis?
Oh.
Shit, got water everywhere. All right, making the gun safe. As you can tell, at close range, that bird shot obliterated a water bottle. Whereas the first water bottle still has water in it from a short distance. So if you do have to shoot something at close range in a house, in an apartment, whatever, you don't have to worry about bullets going through wall after wall after wall and hitting the neighbor down the block. You know, if you miss the bad guy, yeah, you're going to lose some sheetrock or some drywall, but you're not going to hit anybody on accident. But if somebody comes through the door, that's a good idea what their chest is going to look like. You're going to blow it apart. 1 shot will do the trick. Anyway, guys, I hope for those of you who've asked shotgun questions, this has been a little bit helpful. We appreciate any like and subscribing you're willing to do. And as always, feel free to comment, let us know what you think, and I hope to see you next time here at Broke Rednecks.